Good afternoon, San Francisco. We're here on SF Live. You can call in and talk to the new Mr. San Francisco Leather that just won the contest last Saturday night. His name is Brandon Clark. Brandon, say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
And Brandon, tell me, why Mr. San Francisco Leather? Did you compete for Mr. Powerhouse to become Mr. San Francisco Leather?
No, actually, I hang out at the Powerhouse all the time, and I know the staff there, Carlton and Scott, just came up to me one night and said, "Why don't you compete for Mr. Powerhouse?" I'm like, "Oh, that sounds like a fun idea," and I did. And it was like a week before the contest, so I like scrambled to pull everything together, and I did, and it was a tough competition. I won, and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, "Wow, I could actually, do something good with this." And so when I put, everything into it to compete for Mr. SF Leather, and it came out, and I was a winner.
And you were a winner. You were really a winner. Arnell and I were both in the audience that night.
And I'm also at a bit of an advantage with everybody else. I know what Mr. SF Leather is. Of course, Barry, Daddy, knows what Mr. SF Leather is. Mr. SF Leather 1997. What is Mr. SF Leather to you?
It's a nice vest. I don't know. No.
It is a nice vest.
Yes. It's,
As if I'm actually looking at your vest.
I know, right? Thanks. You can't see it. I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
What is Mr. SF Leather to me? It's, an opportunity to get your platform, what you believe in, what, fundraising you want to do, service. You can do all those things without the title, but when you have the title, you have a lot more support, and it's, a lot more fun. And you get to go to IML. It's International Mr. Leather is the next step, and that's the end of May.
Right. In Chicago. In May, which is going to be, trust me, it's going to be really very warm. So, what do you think that where do you think that you want to take your title? What do you want to, what part of the community do you want to represent? Or how are you going to fit the leather community into the gay community at large?
Well, the leather community really began even before the gay, the leather community really was organized before the gay community was organized to a large degree. It wasn't as organized and such, but there was the drag community and the leather community were the two real gay communities that were like public and out there, and
they were the most visible.
They were the most visible out there, yeah. And it was
people. You think drag queens or the leather
man,
exactly,
right,
and they're kind of the two extremes.
Happened to be my heroes growing up.
Exactly,
the leather guys.
And interestingly enough, it's like when you get right down to it, it's all drag.
Wow.
We're all born naked. What we put on after that is our choice.
It is not.
Something I'd like you to talk about are some upcoming fundraising events that you're going to be having.
You got one starting tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow is the Capital City Sash Bash, which is really the first event that I'm going to be going to as Mr. San Francisco Leather. It's in Sacramento, and it actually starts tonight and goes through Sunday. But Mr. Bolt is the guy who's organizing it.
The leather bar up there.
Yeah, and a couple friends and I are going to go up there and root for San Francisco and meet a couple of the other people that are competing at International Mr. Leather, and and just meet people, network, gain support their organizations, and they'll in turn
one
be supporting
organization in
ours.
particular is CARES. And CARES is the Center for AIDS Research and Education Services.
Yeah, that's
we got their website up
that's
right
the
now.
beneficiary.
Yes, that's the beneficiary.
For this weekend.
And it starts off at Faces?
It's Faces from cocktails from 6 to 8, and then later that night there is a gathering at the Bolt, and from 9 to midnight or something like that, and we're going to be at both those events. There's events like tonight at the Bolt, there's an auction, and Sunday there's like a barbecue or something like that, but due to prior obligations, I'm not going to be able to go that. But I just wanted to lend support.
And as with so many other affairs and events with the leather community, a lot of these events are at bars.
Yes.
How do you feel about your survival chances of getting past the curse?
What's the curse? Which curse?
The sobriety curse.
Oh, you know, I mean, my drug problem has been I had a big drug problem, and my big problem was crystal meth, and you know, I do drink alcohol in moderation, very moderately, but you know, it's never really come to the point where it makes me concerned about my sobriety with crystal meth. So
Right, because once you've been there, and you've had a chance to come back to the real world,
exactly,
it's a scary thing to be around it.
Yeah.
I know personally, my address book really shrunk.
oh, totally. I threw my address book out.
Exactly, and
But interestingly, those friends don't even want to call you anyway, so they're people that are scared of you.
Because the bottom line is that they're not really your friends because they were using buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, enough about that said. This is not the anti-crystal meth show.